7 real estate strategies that pay you every month. Most people think owning real estate automatically means a monthly income. It doesn't. Are you investing in properties but barely seeing any returns after expenses? You know what strategies actually generate consistent monthly cash flow? What if there were proven ways to make your real estate work harder for you? That's what I'll be doing in this video. I'll be breaking down 7 real estate strategies that are designed to pay you every month. Let's get started. Number 1, small multifamily. This is one of the strongest cash flow plays for most everyday investors. You know why? With a single family rental, 1 vacancy means 0 income. On the other hand, with a duplex, 1 vacancy still leaves you with 50% of your rent coming in. The structural protection alone makes it a smarter foundation for a monthly income. The math works better too. The 1% rule, where monthly rent equals at least 1% of the purchase price, is the baseline check every cash flow investor uses. A $200,000 duplex hitting $2,000 a month in total rent clears that threshold. Most single-family homes in the same price range do not. And here's the financing advantage nobody talks about loudly enough. FHA loans allow you to buy a duplex, triplex, or fourplex with as little as 3.5% down, and you can use projected rental income for the additional units to help you qualify. Let me make that clear. You are buying an income-producing property using residential loan terms. That combination is why small multifamily is number 1 on this list. Is it okay if you just want to start with 1 door in the right zip code? Absolutely. That's where number 2 comes in. Number 2, single-family long-term rentals. Single-family rentals in affordable Midwest markets and stable secondary cities are among the strongest cash flow properties available right now. This is because the purchase price is low relative to what the market will support in rent. You can think of cities like Cleveland, Memphis, Indianapolis, or Kansas City. A $130,000 home renting for $1,200 a month clears the 1% rule comfortably. The same money spent in Los Angeles or Miami doesn't get you in the front door, let alone cash flow positive. The secret here isn't the property type, it's the spread between what you pay and what the market pays you. A standard vacancy allowance of 5 to 10% of gross income and the 50% rule are the 2 benchmarks every serious cash flow investor runs before writing an offer. If you run those numbers in the right secondary markets, single-family rentals will still produce reliable monthly income. What if you're told there's a version of this where the government helps guarantee a chunk of your rent every single month? Number 3, Section 8, workforce housing. The Housing Choice Voucher Program, known as Section 8, helps low-income families, elderly persons, veterans, and disabled individuals afford housing in the private market. Here, rent is partially covered by a subsidy paid directly to the landlord. Listen to the last part again, paid directly to the landlord. Section 8 generally covers 60 to 70% of the monthly rent, depending on the tenant's income, with a local public housing authority paying the portion straight to you. That means a significant portion of your monthly income is backed by the federal government, not dependent on whether your tenant had a rough month. In 2026, approximately 60,000 new Housing Choice vouchers were distributed nationwide in one of the largest expansions of the program in over a decade. It's obvious there are more government-backed renters looking for homes right now than a lot of investors realize. For investors in Class B markets who want monthly income with lower default risk, workforce housing is one of the most underused strategies available. However, properties must pass HUD inspections and rents are capped at fair market rates. But for the right investor, those guardrails are a feature, not a bug. Okay, government-backed rent is great, but what if you want more cash flow than a standard lease can give you? Number 4, midterm rentals. The demand for midterm rentals is structural, and it is surging. In fact, U.S. bookings for stays of 28 days or longer surged 136% between 2019 and 2026. These numbers rose from 20 million nights to 40 million, outpacing traditional short-term rental growth over the same period. Now, Who's driving that demand? Travel nurses on 13-week hospital assignments, relocating employees between homes, and corporate consultants on project placements. All of them need furnished housing for 1 to 6 months at a time, and none of them want a hotel. Can you guess the financial edge that makes this strategy so powerful right now? Okay, let me tell you, midterm rentals can generate more cash flow than traditional long-term leases, at least without the extreme operational cost of nightly short-term rentals. A midterm tenant stays 3 to 9 months. That means less turnover, lower cleaning costs, and far less management intensity than running an Airbnb. All this while you're still commanding a premium annual lease. So how do you go about this? Well, platforms like Furnish Finder now have over 300,000 listings connecting landlords directly with this tenant pool. Every strategy we've covered so far assumes you're already a landlord. If you're still paying someone else's mortgage every month, that's what number 5 is here to fix. By the way, if you're getting value, hit like and subscribe. Serious about fixing your credit and getting funded? Grab Credit Rewrite 800, the 800-plus system, and get funded for your business. Everything you need is inside. Number 5, house hacking. The concept is simple. You buy a duplex, triplex, fourplex, or even a single-family home with rentable space. Live in one part of it and rent out the rest. The rental income from your tenants covers part or all of your mortgage payment. When you do this, your housing cost drops to near zero. You're building equity and credit history as a real estate owner at the same time. Is it a win-win situation? I bet you it is. House hacking remains one of the lowest barrier entries into cash-flowing real estate available. Even FHA loans allow owner-occupants to buy up to a fourplex with 3.5% down. Someone paying $1,800 a month in rent could instead buy a duplex, move into one side, rent the other out for $1,200, and cut their housing costs by 2/3 with an asset appreciating underneath them. This is how most serious real estate portfolios start. Not with a huge down payment, but a smart first move. Even with a smart first move, how do you scale without waiting years to save up for the next down payment? Number 6, the BRRRR method. BRRRR here means buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. How does it work? You buy a distressed property below market value, renovate it to force appreciation, and rent it out to generate monthly income. Then you refinance based on the higher appraised value, pulling out most of all your original investment. When this is done, you repeat the process with that recycled capital on the next property. If you do this right, you own a cash-flowing rental and your money is back in your pocket, ready to deploy again. The BRRRR method enables aggressive portfolio expansion, but it comes with real risks. You are overestimating renovation budgets and potential equity shortfalls if the refinance appraisal comes in lower than expected. So the investors who win with this strategy are disciplined on their purchase price, conservative on their rehab estimates, and never assume the refinance will cover 100% of their cost. And if your goal is to make a monthly income without constantly managing tenants and repairs, this last strategy is where things get really interesting. Number 7, commercial triple net leases. Let me tell you how a triple net lease works. You own a commercial property. It can be a pharmacy, fast food location, or even a dollar store. The tenant will be required to sign a long-term lease, often 10 to 20 years. In plain English, this is one of the closest things real estate has to mailbox money. Under a triple net structure, the tenant pays not just rent, but also property taxes, building insurance, and most maintenance costs. Your job as the landlord is essentially to collect a check. Very easy job if you ask me. Meanwhile, the tenants in these deals are often national brands with investment-grade credit ratings, and cap rates for certain commercial property types are from 6.48% for luxury hotel properties to over 8% for Class A office buildings. You might worry that entry costs are higher than residential real estate. Yes, that's right, but the income stability and low management burden make this strategy perfect for investors who have scaled past single family and want a passive monthly cash flow. So why do most investors still end up with properties that barely break even? Unfortunately, most investors are asked the wrong question. They start with, will this property go up in value? The investors who build monthly income start with a completely different question. How much does this pay me on day one? Cash flow is the only part of real estate that shows up in your account every 30 days. It pays the mortgage, covers the surprises, and gives you the ability to buy again. Investors who understand this are not waiting for the market to make them money, but are rather building systems that pay them while they sleep. Now you know all 7 strategies. The only thing left is deciding which one you're starting with. Drop a comment and tell me which of these 7 strategies you are going to be trying first. I'll be reading every single one. Don't forget to like, share with your friends, and hit the subscribe button for more weekly finance tips. And if you want to go deeper, watch the next video where I break down how to buy real estate even if you're not rich. I'll see you there.